Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Reality radio for a really great future. We're talking real money.
Well, hello again. Welcome to another exciting edition of Talking Real Money, the show designed to make the process of dealing with money more palatable, more understandable, far more transparent, and good for you, not good for them.
I think that's a very good way to... Can I say good? I think that's a great way to put it.
It's even better than good. It's great.
It's terrific.
Oh,
it's
well, I'm feeling good about today.
Insert excitable word here. I think it's fantastic. Fantastic.
Pizza guy likes my commentary.
All right, we can go there.
Hey,
but why don't you give everybody the phone number first? I think it was man, but okay. But I'll take boy,
I think Pizza Boy sounds more fun.
All right, but give everybody the number.
Boy.
Give everybody the number, and then we'll...
Pizza Boy, you give the number. Go ahead.
Okay, 855-935-TALK. That's 855-935-8255. Call, ask us a question, anything money-related, and we will also send you a book. We have many books that we try to help you with that educate you about the way that Don just mentioned. So, yes, last night I did help my wife on a pizza cook at a carnival that we've done in the last, 6 or 7 years. It's always fun.
And it's great that we do radio because that white hair is singed black from his sticking his head.
No, I purposely had it colored so I looked like I wasn't 85 years old. So
after all the guff you gave me the past couple of weeks about Abingdon and how sudden service, I thought pizza bashing was, I thought mine was really calm by comparison. I thought it was mild.
I think you're right. I mean, the amusing part was that somebody stepped up to order, and I think I tried to make a joke or something, and about needing to keep the job, and she looked at me and she said, "Didn't you used to work at," should I say the place?
You can say Merriman.
Yeah, I used to work at Merriman, and I just about fell over. I said, So
but
she
now,
said, "You've fallen on tough times or something."
Yeah, that's it. She looked at you and went, "Oh man, you used to be like a big shot at a big investment firm."
I know, and now you're the pizza guy.
Now you're the pizza boy.
So it was fun. Nothing against the pizza guys either, by the way. That is hard work. I'm telling you right now.
Did you wear one of those big chef's caps?
I didn't have the hat on. I didn't have the hat
Did you have the apron?
I did have
an
apron.
Coat and it said Luigi on it.
I tell you what it was. You didn't have a coat on because it was hot in that oven, and it was like close to 80, and then the oven's 900 degrees on top. It was warm. So
all I can say is, be happy you weren't in Florida.
Yeah, where it's blazingly hot.
Oh, the feels like temperature today.
What?
102.
Ooh, you're doing the right thing working inside then. Good job.
Yeah. It's our winter down here. Well, anyway, thanks for tuning in. We really would like to help you manage your money better. That is why we're here. If the past month, and the past month is the 800-pound gorilla, the elephant, the giant bull that has been beaten down in the Plaza del Toros here in the last month.
Yeah. Let them run, baby. Let them run.
Oh, those poor baby bulls. The matador came out and knocked the bull to the ground, and the bull is laying there going,
We told you to invest in stocks a month ago. That's right. Like we tell you every month.
And look what happened.
I know. That's why I'm going to just put it out there, okay? Because we tell you to invest in stocks really kind of every month.
The time.
Yeah. So you're you guys told me.
Don't pay any attention to what we said last month. Pay attention to us today.
Okay.
We actually meant today is a better day.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, isn't today a better day? The market went down this month? Last month,
6.6%.
The S&P 500.
Yeah, 6.6%.
6.6%.
Yeah. Well, that's a bad month.
Now,
Don't annualize that because that will be really a tough year then.
It's what, 72%
Yeah,
down?
so that's pretty bad. Let's not do that. What do you say?
I use the same argument, though. If you want to annualize, look at what the S&P 500 did up through the end of April. The S&P 500
like almost
for the
10%.
first 4, no, 17.
Oh, was it that much? Okay, pardon me.
17 for the year. Annualize that as an up
4
year.
months.
I mean, you're looking at like 58%.
Yeah, times 3 works.
And you never. This is why you can't annualize small periods of time, and why we're so opposed to even looking at even years.
Yeah, and by the way, there's only been 5 years without a pullback of at least 5% in the S&P
5 years
without.
In how long?
Going back 70 years.
Really?
Yeah. Only 1950, which I'm sure you remember well, 1954, 1958, 1964, 1995, and 2017 have not had a pullback of 5%.
And in only 3 of those years was I even older than 10 years old.
Oh, I thought you were doing the morning market reports in 1950, adding in the corn and the soybean futures.
No. I may be a baby boomer, but I'm a late boomer.
Okay. At the bottom line is, by the way, we didn't have any client calls last week, which said because we tell people not to worry about it. But I guarantee, here's what you'll see. You'll see money moving out of stocks here soon, and we'll tell you coming up where it's moving into, because that's not a good idea either. So
if you're thinking about making some moves, give us a call before you do at 855-935-TALK, 855-935-8255. Become a better investor. Just keep listening.
Tom and Don are talking real money.
Do you know what your investment risk tolerance is? Take our free no-obligation risk quiz at TalkingRealMoney.com.
For your real life and real future, Tom and Don are talking real money.
Because, darn it, it's really important. You don't get very far in life without a couple of bucks in your wallet and probably several thousand or 100,000 more in your portfolio at some point. You need money, and we're here to help you get it, but help you get it the right way with the right attitude without making somebody else richer than you. Doesn't sound fair, does it? When they get so rich and you don't. It's like that again, I was listening to some old features, and I'd done a feature about Billions a few years ago.
The
where
TV
they talked
show.
About the TV show Billions, where they talked about their 3% and 30%.
That's right. They weren't doing the 2 and 20. They're doing the 3%. You pay them 3% management fee and 30% of the profits.
How does the client make money on a deal like that?
I think in that case, insider information might have played a part.
But even then, it's hard to make unless you're hitting home runs every day. It's it appears to most that, and it's right. It appears that in most cases, the cards are stacked against you, the deck's stacked against you, and you got to know what they're doing, how they're doing it, why they're doing it, and how you can avoid it, which is what makes this show so important, because it is, if you've listened to money talk shows at all, you know this is a rarity.
This show?
It really is, this show.
The fact that there's 2 huge egos in one small studio, that kind of thing?
No, actually, that's why we have 2 separate studios.
Because it can't fit in one room.
Can't fit in one. No, because we tell the truth.
How's that?
There's so many untruths spread by folks on the radio.
Give me one.
The market timers, the guys who believe you can pick the right stocks at the right time, the day traders, the ones who claim they have a magical system to get you in and out of stocks minute by minute, where you can become just ridiculously wealthy. And these are in the vast majority, the folks who sell these absolutely safe retirement investments that will give you the returns of the market. These guys are legion on the radio. Guys like Dave Ramsey, who claim the market returns consistently even after paying loads to commission salespeople and high fees, 12% per year. There is so much horrible information out there.
And by the way, if it's hard for you to find all those people on the radio, did you know 2 weeks from today you can go to one place and hear from all of them in about a day and a half?
Oh, Lord, you're not talking about that stupid money show, are you?
I can't help myself.
I
got
hate
the flyer the other day. They got
hate
the options
money show.
trading. They got the masters trading. They got all the... And our friend Paul Merriman's there, and we love Paul. And
I love Paul, and I hate the show.
Yeah,
and
we've been to many of these, and
we've been to
less
money
than
shows.
ideal. Yeah,
we've been to AAI shows,
Yes,
which
we
I like
have.
to pronounce as "Aye."
Which is what it should
And the financial fest that we helped set up.
I know.
in Phoenix
be 30 years ago. Close to it.
Oh, we really thought they were going to be something else, and then they turned into
Oh, it's gotten worse there.
sell-a-thons.
Yeah, now they've got stuff that's way off the charts. Anyway, so yeah, I was being facetious. If you can't get enough of it on the air, you can go in one place one day and just sit there and take it all in and learn all those things you just mentioned.
The biggest money show in the country is the one here.
Yeah, way bigger
Florida.
than the one. Yeah, so if it's not big enough in Seattle, you can go to the one in Orlando because that's humongous.
But I look at the classes, the things like energy stocks, how to make money in energy, gambling on Macau.
And remember when we were doing the AAII show, remember the big track they had there? Investing in marijuana stocks.
Oh, yeah, everybody.
Watch your money go up in smoke.
Before that, when I was at a financial fest in Phoenix doing the real investing
I was trying to remember.
thing.
Yeah, what was the product
And
there?
The product that was being sold right before I came into the room was rubber limited partnerships.
That's right. Yeah, rubber limited.
Rubber, not
partnerships.
condoms.
Yeah, okay.
No,
just saying, putting it out there, making it clear.
It's like tires.
Yes.
Like it was
Prophylactics,
investing in plantations in Indonesia or something that grew rubber. This is the dumbest stuff. And it's all dangerous. It's almost all dangerous. And, the best advice you're going to get at the Money Show probably is still advice that we would not tout. Like, for example, there's a guy talking about funds that that look for quality growth and income. Sounds good, right?
Yeah, right. That's
mutual
reasonable.
funds, but it's a actively managed mutual fund.
Yeah. But tell us what that means.
Oh, you don't know?
No.
I've
heard it. I've heard the expression.
I've heard it. It means
I'm the pizza guy. Come on.
To this, yeah. No. Hey, what was the hot pizza this weekend?
I'm amazed that people put, and don't get angry with me about this.
They're gonna get angry with you, but I agree with you in this case.
They put pineapple on their pizza, and then they put it in an oven at 900 degrees.
And
that
cook
is truly,
your fruit.
and I like pineapple.
Yeah,
but why would you destroy a perfectly nice piece of fruit?
Here's what I do:
don't get that.
I would coat a nice piece of crust with pineapple.
Okay, that's a
sprinkle
different matter.
a little sugar over it.
Yeah,
bake that till it's a crispy golden brown. Then it's pineapple pie.
That's true. So what do you? Okay, I'm going to ask you. I'm going to turn it around. What do you believe the most popular type of pizza would be at an elementary school carnival? Take a guess.
I know for a fact.
Go crazy.
I know for a fact because this is all my 24-year-old daughter still eats.
Which is?
When she goes out for pizza, she gets a cheese pizza.
It's very creative. It's
off the kids' menu.
But
She's 24 years old.
It is 4 types of cheese. So you got to like that. I don't know how many that she has, but there's 4 types of cheese.
We went to a fancy Italian restaurant the other night.
Cheese pizza.
No. She and it's not on the menu. She goes,
"Can I have this off the menu, please? It's a cheese pizza."
Can I just get spaghetti with red sauce?
And they probably went, "What?"
Yeah, no, because she's so cute. They go, "Of course, Miss, we can make anything you want." And actually, he was Italian. I'm not making fun. He was. His name was Carmelo, and he spoke with an Italian accent. Either it was really, really, really good acting, or he's really Italian.
All right. Anyway, cheese pizza, yes, number 1. Guess what number 2 is? That should be pretty easy, too.
This is going to be so hard.
Not Hawaiian.
No, I'm guessing pepperoni.
Yeah, pepperoni. Yeah, and we sell like 75% of those two, and then you start working your way to the all meat because the dad shows up every once in a while. I'll take one of those with everything on it. And then there's a few people that have the margarita because it's a Friday night, and then a few that have the Hawaiian.
Wait, you sold margaritas in an elementary school?
I always love asking people for their identification. They go, "What?" I go, I have to see some ID.
You asked, well, you ordered a margarita.
Yeah. And they're like, "Oh, that's funny." Or I say,
"You're funny.
Do you want the salt on the rim or do you prefer it just in the pie?" They
here is
stop and
Paul.
go,
Look at that. Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Paul is
Attractive
doing
picture.
these $12 million investment decisions every investor should make.
Yep.
And
his
you know, the one
advice will
thing
be
I
good.
know,
Yep.
Paul's advice will be the only good advice. Just prior to Paul is James Stack, who is a market timer with a notoriously bad track record. Notoriously. Ralph Acampora talking about technical analysis.
Yeah.
Get the real scoop, 855-935-TALK.
Tom and Don are talking real money.
Just about everything you need to know about money can be found at our website, TalkingRealMoney.com.
Your guides to a really great financial future. Tom and Don are talking real money.
Our number again is 855-935-TALK, 855-935-8255. I can't let up on this. I have a question for you.
You already established it's cheese, pepperoni.
I got that, and then pineapple.
Yeah.
Paul Merriman.
Yes.
When did he start Merriman Capital?
That would have been 1981, I believe. 80.
And,
I think I'm right
back
about
then,
that,
he was doing like market timing.
Yeah,
and stuff.
he was using other people's mutual funds. He had a few of his own mutual funds, too, by the way, for a period of time.
Really?
He had the Merriman funds. And then he was timing, and I think inside those were fund of funds. He was using other
When
mutual
did he get
funds.
religion?
I think that was 9th grade. It had something to do with a problem at the school or something. I can't remember. No, that was...
When did he come around to
we need to give full
efficient
credit here.
market theory?
It was actually his son, Jeff, who we don't talk much
Really?
about on the show, who went to a conference, I think, done by Dimensional Funds and said, we're over here, but we should be back this way. And Jeff said, we should start this other program. So when I got there a few years after that, I looked at the whole thing and said, market time, that's dead. It's over. We should be talking about a strategy that you can defend. And so the whole firm grew around the buy and hold. If you were, they still do active. They still do
a
timing
little
programs.
active. Yeah. But no, the reason I was asking is because I've been giving no load advice, basic no load advice since like 88.
Yes. But you use some active funds, and you told people
back then.
You told people to buy
and
individual
stocks.
Yep, you did.
Yep,
Yeah.
those were my
When did
two
you
great
get religion?
failings. I got religion. It was in the when was it? I went no load, and I started going indexed in the 90s.
Okay,
mid 90s.
Yeah.
I started saying active management doesn't work. And then that made my newsletter really boring.
Yeah, like you only have these 6 funds, and what are you going to talk about next month?
Exactly.
Those 6
that was
funds.
the problem, those 6 funds. It really is boring. Well, what I was getting to is it's curious that, and you were on TV in the Seattle area.
Yes.
You were interviewing all these big, neither one of us got invited to speak at the Money Show.
Well, I went to a couple of money shows when I was with Merriman. Paul was invited.
But no,
That's
you weren't
true.
invited.
No, I was
we
not.
weren't invited to speak
That's
at this
true.
one or any of the
Nope,
other.
that's true. Well, no,
And
we
I
were
figured
invited
out
to speak
why.
at this one in Seattle. They came to the
Not
office.
to speak. We had to buy.
Well, okay, you buy your way in. Most of
they
those guys
wanted
are
us
buying their way in, not Ralph
they didn't just
Alcampora,
invite
but-
us to speak.
No,
they
that's true.
wanted us to buy our
That's
way
true.
in. And here's the thing: if they invited us to be like a keynote speaker, the event would be over right after we spoke.
Well, we've gotten up at financial programs and said, I can remember doing it. If you're here to learn which hot investment you should get into, if you're here for me to tell you whether to be in or out of the market, if you're here to say, if you're here to learn what the future is, you're in the wrong place. You need to go to another room. And a third of the people got up and walked out.
Yeah.
It's happened.
Well, I would have gotten up if I was like I'm the
speaking.
I'm the welcoming remark speaker. Let's say June 15th, 8:45 a.m. It's me. I'm the opening. I would go. Every single thing you're going to hear over the course of this show, with the exception of Paul Merriman, is wrong.
I think you're not going to get invited back to the next one, be my guess.
So you might as well
just do it.
Go to Paul's and then go home.
Paul's is not till Sunday night at like 6. They did not give him a good time.
Wait, I thought he was... No,
I thought I looked it up. I thought it was like late Sunday. I don't think it's Saturday because I think Anyway, I think he told me he's out of town.
What day's the 15th?
That's a Saturday. That's 2 weeks from today. Today being June 1st and all.
Let's see, Paul.
And later this week, D-Day, of course, June 6th. So later, or next week, pardon me.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah. June 6th,
Yeah.
being the 75th anniversary.
I was thinking, D-Day's coming up, 75th anniversary.
Mm-hmm, big deal.
I was going to watch Saving Private Ryan.
No, oh, come on. You've seen it.
I was going to watch it again.
There's a
just for
new
fun.
one you should watch instead that's on HBO next week called The Cold Blue. It's a film they took as part of the 8th Air Force out of England. A brand new documentary. It's supposed to be fantastic. A lot of interviews with.
But
with
I
so you
was
can
going to watch
that
it
instead.
because I was going to watch it because that other one is it's dramatic. It's a movie.
Well, it's very
the
dramatic.
Cold Blue.
Yeah.
Wait, this looks pretty good.
It is very good. The
I hope
reviews have
that
been
dog
terrific, so-
survived.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a dog in the trailer.
Yeah.
I hope it made it. It's a cute dog.
Yeah.
855-935-TALK's our number. 855-935-8255.
Call
We're going to
in
talk
the
a little
first
bit about
hour.
what.
Don't wait.
Yeah, no, but they wait till the
I
second
know.
hour.
Just do
If
it.
you call, though, you get a book. We should make it only during the first hour.
Okay.
That'd rip them up. There you go.
Tom and Don are talking real money.
It may not be the sexiest website in the world, but it's your one-stop shop for real money information. TalkingRealMoney.com.
Reality radio for a really great future. We're talking real money.
And what do orcas listen to on their iPods?
Sounds of whales, I think, or something. Yeah, it's comforting. It's got a lot of them. A lot of those recordings.
Do they have like they have Apple Music for whales? That's great. It's nice to know
I'm
that.
sure they do. Yeah.
This mediocre joke only works
No,
if
that's-
you listen to
Oh,
the show
that's true.
on Como.
That's
if you're
good.
listening to the
Right.
podcast, you're going, what is he referring to?
So
He's
go ahead and
referring
tell
to the
him.
news break
Which
at the
one?
bottom
Which
of the hour.
said what?
Where there was a new baby whale
Yes.
in the iPod.
Yes. Exactly.
Oh, Killer
Good
Ray.
reference. Makes total sense. Total
Well,
sense.
there's, if there's a J-pod, there's got to be an iPod.
Yeah. Yeah.
H-I-J. They go in order, right? Yeah, it's the alphabet. 855-935-TALK is our phone number. We'd love to help you with money. And, tis the season for graduations.
Oh, it
la,
is.
La, la, la,
Yeah.
la, 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 la.
And these days, doesn't matter if you're leaving 5th grade to go to 6th grade or 1st grade to go to. There's a graduation.
Oh, my gosh. We saw one here locally with the kids in gowns, caps, gowns.
Leaving-
They were 3, leaving pre-K.
Yeah. Okay.
No, 4, leaving pre-K.
Everybody's
Whoa.
a champion, I guess. Yeah, that's great. But
I'm thinking about having just special awards for being mediocre. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mediocrity Awards. These
All
kids have
right.
done absolutely nothing of note.
Let's not go there, but let's go to the real graduations because there's a lot of them, and there's a lot of people that should be proud of their hard work. And we're talking about people. I think you should know to high school graduation. Sure. I think a college graduation should be a bigger deal. Absolutely. And
Yeah,
we're talking about
absolutely.
people leaving college. One of my ambitions post working full time is to still get that doggone capstone course at my alma mater where I get to go in for 3 hours to the graduating seniors. Say, here are the 10 sounds like Paul Merriman. The 5 financial things you need to do within
$12 million mistakes you'll make after you graduate
Exactly.
from college.
The simple things you need to know. And so there's a few. Really, if you just did a few things, you'd be okay. I mean, I know you're referring to this New York Times piece that you sent me
From
today.
my buddy Ron Lieber.
Yeah, we love Ron Lieber. And
Ron Lieber. You know Ron Lieber's going to be at FinCon this year? And I'm
Really?
not going. Yeah.
Is it back in your...
No, it's in D.C.
Oh, it's in D.C.
It's probably why he's going.
Out of his article, the one I really liked, which is one that I think, if you're graduating from college, you should have this.
Yeah.
That's a Roth IRA.
You and I like the exact same part.
Oh, that's shocking.
That was
never
my
happens.
favorite part.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
because it said, I love his first sentence. If compound interest isn't officially the 8th wonder of the world, then it ought to be.
And who said it was? Who
That's
said it was the
powerful.
8th? Somebody really smart said it was the 8th wonder of the world.
I think it was...
Was it Einstein?
Warren. I think it was Warren Buffett. No, wait, maybe it was Einstein.
No, it might have been Jimmy Buffett, actually. I don't think it was Warren Buffett. But at
Yeah,
any
it's
rate...
Jimmy Buffett. At
any rate-
Margaritaville.
Exactly. The bottom line is a Roth IRA for any young person who has earned income and maybe went to college, didn't make a lot, or much of anything to that point. That money should be in a Roth IRA because that grows tax-free for a very long period of time, and then you can take it out and spend it, and you don't have to pay the government anything on that. I think it's fantastic.
It's brilliant.
For a young person.
By the way, it is a quote from Albert Einstein. Compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it.
That's very shrewd. So what else did you like out of the article? That was really my favorite.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, but the other thing is teaching your kids about some of the stuff that is going to throw them for a loop if they don't get it.
Give us
things
one.
like how to manage a bank account.
Yeah, because most people
it's not about balancing a checkbook anymore.
No,
that is
nobody
just
does that. Yeah,
Ron, that's old advice. They don't use checkbooks.
No, they don't.
They
don't
use
write
their
checks.
apps. They don't. I mean,
right? Who
I
writes
don't write
anymore?
checks.
Right.
I mean, there's my checkbook. It's got like no
The
checks
bank
in it.
sometimes writes checks for me, but I don't write them.
But I don't write them. But teach them how to watch their account, how to set up alerts, how to be warned before they have a low balance, how to make mobile payments safely so that you don't make them to the wrong person, because those can be sometimes not. You can't get them back once you've made them.
Exactly.
Learning how to protect, and then Herb Weisbaum would love this, learning how to protect your identity in these accounts, how to have strong passwords and two-factor identification.
Which is becoming more common all the time.
I love two-factor identification.
Well, I'm more in the three-factor model myself, but okay.
Where'd you get a third factor?
Well, you got small. You got to invest first in markets, then small, and then value. But that's three factors.
Okay,
that's not
close.
Yeah, okay.
You're close.
Okay.
You're in. You got the factor word right,
Okay.
but we're talking about a different topic.
I know.
Other than that, talking about insurance and doctors and filling out forms and all those costs and taxes. Teach your kids what they have.
Yeah, taxes.
Because I got to tell you, I made a mistake. My daughter was like, Did I have to file a tax return? Oh my! Yes, you better get busy, dear. Even though I claim you as a dependent because you were in college this year. Mm-hmm. You still have to do a tax return. 855-935-TALK's our number. Give us a call.
Tom and Don are talking real money.
Tom and I believe in helping everybody become a better investor. That's why we offer lots of free knowledge at TalkingRealMoney.com.
For your real life and real future, Tom and Don are talking real money.
Only because it's really important. We want to help you manage it better, spend it more wisely, and certainly invest it the way it should be invested, not gambled the way most people want you to play with it. 855-935-TALK is our phone number. And Bob, you're up. Welcome to Talking Real Money.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, thanks. Hey, guys. Thanks a lot for taking my call.
Our pleasure.
Hey, I got a quick question for you. I'm the real deal here. The kind of guy that I'm hoping you two can really help. I'm 63. I got about 3 more years of work to go. I just paid off my mortgage. I'm completely debt-free, and I've got about a little over $600,000 saved for retirement. Now, I don't know what to do. I don't know. I'm looking for a newsletter. I'm looking for a plan or whatever it may be. Where do I start?
I don't know. Radio
every time
show.
Every time I go. Yeah, there we go.
Classes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what is I guess maybe we should step just back a smidge and what are you trying to learn? What do you want to know?
Well, bottom line is I'm tired of watching and trying to manage investments. I want something that's as secure as I can get it. Something that's fairly safe. And every time I go to a class or every time I go to a seminar, somebody says one thing, oh, you got to do this. And the next one I go to, oh, no, you don't want to do that. You got to do this. That guy's wrong.
Well, get differing opinions. So you want to make money, you want to get market-like returns, but you want it all secure.
Is that doable?
Yes,
No.
It's called an equity index annuity, isn't it, Don?
No.
Oh, pardon me. I'm kidding you.
See,
you, Bob.
This
Yeah.
is okay.
There's a trade-off there.
Here is the big problem, Bob. Every one of us, me too, would love to make lots of money and take no risk whatsoever. And the vast majority of people in the investment industry know that. So they're willing to tell you that. They're willing to lie.
Yep.
We will not lie to you. We will not ever knowingly lie to you. We might make mistakes, and then we will say, oops, we made a mistake, let's fix it. But we will never knowingly lie to you to pander to you. And that's the difference. 99% of the investment advisors in America are not always required to do what's right for you 100% of the time. That is a sad, sad, sad commentary on this country. It is awful.
And that's what I'm finding. Yeah.
Of course that's what you're finding. What you need to do, and this is, and the one thing we try not to do is recommend us on this show. You need, though, to find somebody like us. And there are firms like ours. They exist. You want a firm that does not use actively managed products, that does not claim to know what the future will hold, that charges, because you want what a lot of people want, and this is why investment advisors exist, just, like doctors and lawyers. We don't want to take care of our own health. We want somebody who's better at it. We don't want to take care of our own wealth in retirement. We want somebody who's going to pay attention to it and manage it and tell us what's going on and hold our hand when things get bleak. So you want somebody... You want somebody who is honorable, who is always required to act in your best interest, and who follows some very simple tenets. They don't believe the future is predictable. They don't believe it. Only a fool would believe the future is predictable. You don't go to a psychic.
How do I find a guy like that?
Well,
where's the list?
How do I find a guy and know that I found the guy?
You'll know you found the guy. I tell you what I want you to do. I want you to go to TalkingRealMoney.com, and I want you to download the advisor interview form. It is one page, one side. If you can find somebody who fills that out, tells you everything about what they do, and signs the fiduciary pledge at the bottom of the page, odds are good you found one.
Okay, but where does he start to go? Where does he go interview those people?
We've gone through this.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just, oh gosh,
we used to send people to dfaus.com, which is still what we found was there was somebody that was associated with DFA that was actually selling annuities. Yeah, which we did not like. But let me finish the thought here with Bob, because the question you have about your investments, a good advisor, they would be answering that about 50th out of the discussion they have with you, because the planning about retirement, the investments is part of that, but that's one of the last things you talk about. You need to figure out how much income you need, where that income is going to come from, the most tax-efficient manner to do that, when to take Social Security, are you pension eligible? All of these things would come first. Then you would say, here's how my portfolio should be constructed. Here's how much income I need off of that portfolio. That would be the latter part of the planning work, not the first part. And yet most of us say, aha, I want to find the investment that is secure, that's going to make me money with no risk. And as Don said, we don't know that. Anybody who promotes that is, I hate to use the word lying, but they're misleading you, because
I don't mind using the word lying, because misleading basically is lying. But Bob, here's the deal. Really, what you should do is interview some advisors. You should interview some, and if they allow you, if they just sit down in that first meeting and say, "Oh, I can do exactly what you just asked for,"
yeah, you don't want that.
Then you leave.
Okay, but where does he start? Where does he start to go interview a few people?
I guess I'd probably send him to the DFA US
so you
site.
go to dfaus.com. I think
it's not a guarantee.
But in the upper right corner, isn't it?
No, lower right.
Pardon me, lower right corner. You can put your zip code in there, I believe. These are people that use dimensional funds. Generally speaking, they are all the things that Don just said. They are 100% fiduciaries. They believe in low-cost index or index-style mutual funds. They're planning-centric. The work is about the plan, not about the product. They don't sell products. So you generally, the reason we're having trouble using that all the time is, as we said, we discovered that somebody held themselves out as that while had somebody else in the office that was selling equity index annuities.
And it was a local Seattle firm.
We're very unhappy with all that. But the point of the matter is, you should be able to find some people to interview. Then you take that form to them. If they fill out the form that says the things that you need, and they do it, I'd say, under 1% a year, I think that's very reasonable.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's okay. That's a good question. 1% or less.
I don't think there's any reason to pay more than 1% today. I think you can get the planning work. I think you can get the investment management, everything, all the income, all of that for 1% or less. I think it's a fair number.
There are some that charge 2% or more, but that's ridiculous. It's not worth it.
Yeah. So
Okay, so DFF is in Frank.
No, DFA,
Yeah.
Dimensional Fund Advisors.
DFAUS.
US, as in United States.com.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, DFAUS.com.
Okay.
You can put in
And let
your
me
zip
explain
code
how
there.
you get
Yeah,
it. It's tricky. There's a box on the right-hand side that has 3 little buttons on it. The third little dot is where you get the Find an Advisor Near You tool. I wish they
Find
wouldn't
an
put it
advisor.
there.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, find an advisor near
Okay,
you. You
got
click
it.
on Learn More. You type in your zip code. They'll give you a list of Dimensional Fund advisors in your area, and then you can go through that list. And what I would do is go down that list. They'll probably give you 5 or 6 of them. Call them, ask them what their fees and expenses are,
Yep.
sit down and have a meeting with those that are under 1%, and then from those, make a decision as to whom you liked best, and those who felt like they were truly looking out for you,
Well, you
and
can
filled
use
out
the
the form.
Yeah, the form.
Use
William
the
signed
form.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
At talkingrealmoney.com. You just download the form, print it, it's a PDF, take it into these people. If they will not fill it out and sign it, there's something wrong. 855-935-TALK is our phone number, 855-935-8255. It is so easy to be a part of the show. We'd love to talk with you.
Tom and Don are talking real money.
Download the advisor interview form and find out if your advisor's a fiduciary at talkingrealmoney.com.
Your guides to a really great financial future. Tom and Don are talking real money.
And if you want a class that's all about learning, actually learning about investing, not a 2-hour sales pitch, Tom and Barb Devereaux from Vestry are teaching a class called Real Retirement Roadmap in June on I think it's the 22nd. And you can get your tickets right now at talkingrealmoney.com or realretirementroadmap.com, talkingrealmoney.com.
We hope you realize that the information provided on Talking Real Money is for educational and hopefully enjoyable purposes only. Providing personalized financial planning or investing advice takes time, so please consult with a really good fee-only fiduciary investment, tax, or legal advisor. We know a good one. Investing must always involve risk. In other words, you can and probably will lose money at times. Also, as much as you want it, no one can accurately and consistently predict the future. So past performance doesn't tell you a darn thing about what the future will bring. Unlike many other programs that say something similar, Talking Real Money is not trying to get you to buy or sell any financial products or securities. Instead, the program is provided as a public service by Vestry, a fee-only registered investment advisor. Thanks for listening, and please visit talkingrealmoney.com for more information and disclosures. That should keep the lawyers happy.